Namaste and very good morning, friends. Thank you for joining. My name is Satish Thakkar, current chair of Canada India Foundation, and we have our national convener, Mr. Ritesh Malik, with us this morning. And on behalf of Canada India Foundation and all the allied organization supporting organization, I extend a very warm welcome to you all on this very special auspicious occasion as we are celebrating 7th International Day of Ayurveda. It's a very great occasion, and we are blessed and honored to have our special guest, Honorable Mahendra Munjaparaji, Minister of State, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, and New Delhi, and our Consul General of India in Toronto, Shrimati Apurva Srivastava and also a great friend for our initiative, advisor to Ministry of Ayush, Manoj Nisariji, and our another great friend from UHN, Dr. Paul O, could not join this morning. He's in transit, and he will hopefully join a little later, coming from another city in the air right now. And I also want to extend a very warm welcome to our other guest of this morning, of course, Dr. Ashok Varshneyji, along with Narenji, great advisor to our initiative, and our speakers of today, as well as in the past. And along with that, Dr. Verma, Dr. Madan Thangavaluji, Ashlesha Raoji, Palvi Sodhiji, they all have been carrying a torch of promoting Ayurveda to the western part of the world, an initiative which we started almost 2.5 years ago, and still going in full steam. And we want to thank the Ministry of Ayush, our Consul General, and all the friends that giving us guidance as well as full support to carry on this torch. Friends, Ayurveda has been a relevant science for centuries. It is a relevant science of today and also of future. And the two cornerstone, which we say the both sides of a same coin, yoga and Ayurveda, it's a founding stone that of a holistic health, a overall well-being of a human journey. So our focus has been that how we can integrate this Ayurveda and yoga into the mainstream science. And Canada India Foundation, the healthcare has always been a key priority area for us. And we have done almost 3 healthcare summit in the past. And our last healthcare summit in 2021, we announced a partnership of All India Institute of Ayurveda and UHN to focus on an integrated healthcare solution for some of the chronic diseases, kidney, cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. And special thanks to Manoj Nisariji, our Consul General Apurva Srivastava, for their help and support. And we are working on that how we can capitalize on a joint strength to focus on some of the low-hanging fruits. And we will keep that everyone abreast. We have run a 25-year Ayurveda session in our series 1, and this is our next series where we are focusing on traditional Ayurvedic medicine, top 75, and today is the session 14. And on behalf of 1.9 million Indo-Canadians who are very strong in Canada, I extend a very warm welcome to all of our esteemed guests, speakers, and all of our audience that thank you for supporting us. And on this very special occasion, wishing you all a very happy International Ayurveda Day, and also wishing everyone good health and well-being. With that note, I would now request our Minister, Honorable Mahendra Munjaparaji,
Vikas,
to kindly address our audience. And I think, Honorable Minister, we want to thank you and admire your leadership of Ministry of Ayush, of course, our very, very dear, loving, admirable, Honorable Prime Minister, for promoting this ancient wisdom of India, and the current setting up of the Global Research Center on Traditional Medicine at Jamnagar. It's a testament to the fact that world recognizes this ancient wisdom to the overall good health and well-being of each and every one human being. And we could not be more prouder to see this happening. And we are very excited, and we are fully committed to supporting the cause. At Canada India Foundation level, we are trying to create an environment where we can get this Ayurveda regulated here in Canada, as well as to create some examples where this can be followed in different parts of the world as well. And through this Ayurveda speaker series, and thanks to Dr. Verma and Narenji and all, Dr. Madan Angaveluji and all the supporting other our teammates, that we are trying to create and bring different Ayurvedic association practicing in different parts of the world together to create a unique forum. And we are seeking your support. We are seeking Ministry of Ayush support to carry this objective further. And without further ado, I will request you to kindly address our gathering. Over to you, sir.
Namaste to all of you. Greetings from India to all of you on this virtual celebration of World Ayurveda Day by Canada India Foundation. It is indeed my pleasure to see such enthusiastic participation from so many of you in this esteemed event organized with a mission to achieve good health and well-being through Ayurveda and Yoga. This international event help in promoting the Ayurveda in Canada, USA, UK, as well as other European countries. As you all know that Ministry has celebrated the 7th Ayurveda Day on occasion of Dhanteras on 23rd October 2022 with a focus on celebration to promote the scientific aspect of Ayurveda with the wall of government approach by creating Jan Sandesh, Jan Bhagidari, Jan Andolan for Jan Arogya. The theme is Ayurveda every day, Ayurveda everywhere, means Har Din Har Ghar Ayurveda. India is blessed with a rich treasure of traditional system of medicine, which includes Ayurveda, Yoga, Swaripa, Siddha, Unani. India has two ministries at the federal level to deal with health matters. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, providing service primarily through Western medicine, and Ministry of Ayush through Ayush system of medicine. Ayurveda is oldest system with a documented history of its practice for more than 5,000 years. These systems are formally regulated under the federal law of India and being practiced in country with diverse preference of people and infrastructural facility which include educational institutes, research organization, pharmacopoeia commissions, licensed Ayurvedic drug manufacturing units, hospitals, dispensaries, and registered practitioners providing healthcare services. Recently, the WHO and Ministry of Ayush has signed host country agreement on 25th March 2022 at Geneva for the establishment of WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine at Jamnagar, Gujarat, India. The groundbreaking ceremony for WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine is held on 19th April 2020 at Jamnagar, Gujarat, India, in esteemed presence of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi ji, Honorable Prime Minister of Mauritius, Sri Pravin Jagannath ji, and Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General WHO, organized successfully. The ministry has also organized a Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, in the month of April year 2022. The Ministry of Ayush, Government of India has undertaken several R&D initiatives to harness the potential of Ayush system to contain the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. This event will only be huge leap in the upcoming time as boon for traditional medicine, but will also open new opportunity for global academic research and business. It will become a healthy blessing to ailing humanity through time-tested, safe, effective, and affordable use of traditional medicine. At the end of, on behalf of Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, I once again extended my warm welcome to all the dignitaries, experts, and participants. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so very much for your very insightful and very inspiring remarks, sir. And we at Canada India Foundation level and all our partner organization, we are committing our and pledging our full support to carry forward the this initiative as envisioned by Honorable Prime Minister and Ministry through Ministry of Ayush. We are committing ourselves to carrying this forward, and we especially thank you because as we are focusing on the integrated medicine, and I think Ministry of Ayush cannot find a better champion than yourself, sir, being a trained as a modern medicine cardiologist, what I learned, and now championing the Ayurveda. That's what we see the future, that our modern medicine professional embracing Ayurveda at a full stream. That's what we've been trying and advocating in Canada, and you've been a great role model, sir, and we look forward to staying connected with you. Thank you so very much for joining us and gracing our occasion, this very auspicious occasion today. And friends, now let me invite, I would say, the key inspiration behind our initiative, a very dear friend of Canada India Foundation and a great ambassador of India in Canada, Srimati Apurva Srivastava, the current Consul General of India in Toronto. The last 3 years, actually, this last few months, we've been working very closely in organizing various events in person. But in 2.5 years, she was our virtual, I would say, Consul General, involved in many initiatives, and one of the most memorable tenure she had in Toronto. And as she's going to be embarking upon her next journey in Slovakia Republic as an ambassador, we are gonna miss her presence definitely, and she will be definitely remembered always. And we are going to seek her support fully to the initiative which she, I think, light the candle of this Ayurveda speaker series. Apurva ji, your support has been commendable, and we definitely want your all the support in future as well. And today we seek your presence on this very special and auspicious occasion. Over to you for your remarks.
Namaskar. Thank you, Satish ji. Really, it has been 3 wonderful years, and definitely going to miss Canada. नमस्कार सब. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सबसे पहले तो ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर आयुष को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगी कि उन्होंने अपना कीमती समय निकाला. मुझे पता है कि दिल्ली में कितना काम रहता है, कितनी तरह की कमिटमेंट्स रहती हैं, पर उसके बावजूद आपने आपने समय निकाला और हमारे साथ आप जुड़े. आपका जो गाइडेंस है, आपका जो दिशा निर्देश है, वो हमारी जो ये जर्नी है कनाडा में आयुर्वेदा के प्रमोशन के लिए, वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. तो आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप यहाँ पे आए और हमें सम्मानित किया. I'll also like to thank Canada India Foundation for organizing this event. CIF, is definitely, you have been a light bearer, torch bearer of Ayurveda in Canada. So many efforts have been done. Just to name a few, the speaker series, the 25-part 20 series that you did during COVID time has been instrumental in promoting Ayurveda in Canada. The next series about various ingredients, about the qualities of the ingredients that has been started. Again, it's a great thing. During this series, a wide variety of subjects were discussed, which greatly helped in getting deeper insights for the importance of Ayurveda in management of overall health and treatment of various ailments. Ayurveda is indeed a gift of the world to the world, and it is one of the oldest medicine systems which focuses on health, bodily, mental, and spiritual, giving a holistic understanding. And it is therefore very important that we continue to engage people across the world, including in Canada, to make them realize the efficacy of Ayurveda in management of various diseases. It's always should be our effort to incorporate various elements of Ayurveda into modern medicines to treat various chronic diseases. And with CIF, we have been able to initiate a robust conversation about integrative medicines, drawing from both modern medicines and Ayurveda. And I'm really delighted to learn that Honorable Minister is also he's a cardiologist, a very eminent cardiologist, and whatever you say, sir, will be a great impact on this integrative medicines, because you are best from both the worlds. So thank you so much, sir, for doing this. The MOU that has been signed by University Health Network and AIIA to explore potential for traditional holistic medicines to be used in modern approaches to a thing. I think it has been signed, but we need to actually put that in action. And I request CIF to, and our great supporter, Dr. Nisari, to take it forward. Ayurveda is already popular in Canada, and there is an increasing interest in getting it recognized as one of the traditional systems of medicines. The demand for Ayurvedic products have increased because we have a huge Indian population, 1.9 million Indo-Canadians, plus we have 700,000 Indian citizens with Indian passports who are working here. We have 230,000 Indian students. So people are already aware of the importance and the relevance of Ayurveda, and definitely events like this will help in promoting it further. The theme for this year's Ayurveda Day celebration, Har Din Har Ghar Ayurveda, is a very powerful message, and we'll do all efforts to take it forward in Canada. I'll let the experts speak about various aspects, and just to wish CIF a good luck for continuing this series. And for us, sir, here the Ayurveda is just not limited for the promotion, not only for just Ayurveda Day, but we try to do it all year long. And the culmination is the celebration. The culmination of the celebration is the Ayurveda Day. So I hope CIF will continue to do that, and my best wishes for the endeavor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Apurva ji, for joining us this morning. Your schedule always have been hectic, and we really appreciate all your support and guidance to Canada India Foundation in all the initiatives. Thank you so very much. And friends, now it gives me immense pleasure to invite Vaidya Manoj Nisari ji, who been a great guiding force as we started this initiative, and on and off, every time we pick up a phone and seek his help, he's always there. and we are actually in fact in discussion with, as Apurva ji mentioned, that of course the MOU has been signed, and now the next execution part we are working on, that how we can operationalize in on some of the key low hanging fruits where we can focus on. Manoj ji, thank you so very much for joining us this morning, and we look forward to your remarks. Over to you.
Thank you, Satish ji. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you very much. To begin with, I am really thankful to the Honorable Minister, Dr. Mahendra Bhai Mujpara. Not only that he has joined and he has dedicated time for this webinar, but especially guiding the ministry and leading the ministry. And you all know that right now the elections are there in Gujarat, and despite of his very busy schedule in Gujarat, so he could actually devote time. So that actually shows his dedication to Ayurveda. And you already mentioned that he is a practicing cardiologist in Surendnagar. I would like to add that he is not only a practicing cardiologist, he is he is known as 1 rupee doctor. Many people told me, and even the Prime Minister, he also mentioned that he is known as 1 rupee doctor, because he has given the services to the poorest of poor people, the best kind of treatment, and that is actually his achievement, and that shows that his commitment to the society. And the 50% of his part is the Ayurveda, because his wife is an Ayurveda Vaidya. So I'm really thankful, sir, that actually you have led from the front, and with the initiative of the Honorable Minister and under the leadership of our Minister Sarvanand Sonowal and the Health Minister Mansukh Bhai Mandviya, and the Niti Aayog. So ministry has taken a big lead in actually developing the integrative policy, because this is a very important aspect, how to actually integrate the conventional medicine and Ayurveda. And it is not only the medicine but the entire thing, that whether it is from the diagnostic point of view, whether it is the therapeutic point of view, and it is in the public health, it is in the research, it is in the education. So various aspects are there. And this, there was a big committee which was constituted, and the Honorable Minister recently actually both of them, they took the review, and this policy is coming up very nicely, and I'm sure that this policy will be passed very soon, and this will be a guideline not only for the India but even for the entire world, because probably this will be the first kind of integrative policy that any government is actually taking out for integrating the traditional medicine and the conventional medicine. And this is this actually I would like to highlight, especially on this day of the Ayurveda Day, where the theme the Honorable Prime Minister he suggested is the Har Ghar Ayurveda, that is every home each day Ayurveda, because every home, because everybody has to be healthy, and unless and until the participation of each person is not ensured, we cannot actually expect that the world can be healthy. So participation of each and every one, so that is very important. And to have the participation, we have to educate the community, we have to create a lot of awareness about the health among the people, that what is healthy and what is not healthy. So it is not only the medicine, it is not only the food, but it is entire thing, because we know that yat pinde tat brahmande, whatever is in the universe, the same is within our body, and what is within is the same is outside. So with this concept, it is actually said that, and always the Honorable Prime Minister says that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So entire universe is one family. So if we consider all these things together, so the entire universe should be good, the entire ecology should be good, so that actually we can be healthy. And this is what actually has been mentioned in Ayurveda also. So we have to take care of the people, not only in India but in the entire world. We have to take the care of the community. We have to take the care of the animals. We have to take the care of the environment. We have to take care of everything. So if everything is really good, then only we can be good. So this is the actually the theme, and that's why the theme was selected, that every home every day Ayurveda. So that's why this theme was selected, and I'm sure that this theme will continue in some other the form in the future as well. and the ministry has taken a lot of lead in integrating the Ayurveda in the Sustainable Development Goal number 2 and the Sustainable Development Goal number 3. The Sustainable Development Goal number 3 is health and wellness. So usually we talk about the healthness, but we actually forget about wellness. So just having the good health is not good enough. We should have the wellness as well. So the wellness is there, and there are definitely certain parameters are there, and we have to actually measure the wellness of the people around us. With this actually concept, the ministry has come out with the concept of developing, assessing the prakriti of the entire population of India, and that prakriti will be included in the health card of the people. So this will be the unique initiative. The ministry has also implemented the various other initiatives like the integration of the Ayurveda in non-communicable diseases, integration of Ayurveda even in the substance abuse. And the most importantly, I would like to say that under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Mahendra Bhai, because he is also the Minister of State for the Women and Child Development. And with the cooperation of the Women and Child Development, the ministry has integrated the concepts of Ayurveda in the nutrition as well, because women and child development, the one of the main aspect is the nutrition, and the nutrition is the part of the SDG 2, that is the zero hunger. So the Ministry of Ayush and the Ministry of WCD, so we are working together in great collaboration, and the concepts of Ayurveda, the products of Ayurveda, they are being integrated, and now they will be distributed in the all the Anganwadis, which are the local units at the ground level, at the rural level, so as to improve the immunity, the overall the health status of the children which are under the age of 5. So that is the another major area that the ministry is working on. So likewise, this Ayurveda Day and the overall work of the ministry, it is in the whole government approach. So we are working in collaboration with the 22 different ministries. So this is actually the major initiative that the ministry has taken, and the both the ministers, the honorable Minister Sarvanand Sonowal and the honorable Minister Dr. Mahendra Bhai Mujpara, so they have been in leading in front in getting these various initiatives. We are also working on the aspects of the skill development. We are also working on generating the investment in the Ayush sector. And when we talk about generating the investment in the Ayush sector, I would like to thank Dr. Satish, Mr. Satish Thakkar. Yesterday, when I was talking to Satish ji, so Satish ji said that all of them were people, those who actually know him, now they have started calling him Vaidya Satish Thakkar. And in the flow of talk, I also said Vaidya Satish Thakkar. So Vaidya Satish ji and Ritesh ji, and obviously Apurva is there. So because of your collaboration, Sir Mahendra Bhai Bunjapara sir, actually I would like to say that the collaboration between UHN, that is the Canada's greatest foundation, the Health Foundation, and the All India Institute of Ayurveda, that was possible only because of the great efforts of all these three: Satish Thakkar, Apurva Srivastav, and Ritesh Malik. Because till last moment there were many actually hassles, and we were actually really frantic, and we were miss all these three, they were actually bent upon that we have to actually finalize this MOU, and that should be signed before the honorable prime minister. And because of their great leadership and the initiative, this finally could be happen. And now we also foresee that the MOU which has been signed, so that will be implemented with the collaboration of the experts in the UHN, and at the same time there are many experts, those who are present over here. So this was actually one incident which I came to know, which came to my mind. So I thought that I must share with you in their presence. Sir, we are working on the various other aspects of the investment, so that the investment, that is the inbound investment in the Ayurveda sector, it should also come. And as right now, the Honorable Minister, he mentioned about the Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit, so which was organized. So we are actually working on the inbound investment as well as the outbound investment. So both we are working. We are eager to establish such kind of Ayurveda chairs and the other organizations or the other institutes in other countries as well. So there are a lot many things that that can be shared, which actually has been happened in last 1 year. and it will take at least 2 hours, but I know that the time is very short. So with this, I am really thankful that all of you you have gathered here, and I can also see one of some few of the old colleagues. So Ashlesha is there, and Dr. Pallavi Patankar is there, and Asawari is there. I could see Ashok ji. So many of you there, and obviously Dr. Harish. So I'm really thankful to all of you and Madan Thangavelo. So thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Manojji, for your very, very inspiring, and we are very excited to hear some of your unique initiative. And I would request Harish ji, Madan ji, and all Ashlesha ji, everyone, to find out the ways that finding Prakriti of every person and as a part of their health card. I think that's very, very unique idea, and it's very useful because through that Prakriti we can focus on what kind of food we should be eating and how we should be leading our life. And as rightly said it, that Ayurveda's one of the key goal that swasthasya swastha rakshanam. It's not only the disease management part of it, but also the prevention part of it, that how to maintain and keep the good health of a healthy person also. So it's a very, very unique initiative, and thank you so very much for sharing. I would request now Shri Naren ji, who has been a great support for Canada India Foundation and all our partner organization in connecting us in different parts of the world through Ayurveda community, to share a very quick remarks. Naren ji, over to you.
Thank you very much.
You are on mute, sir.
हाँ जी, सभी को नमस्कार। पहली बात तो मंत्री जी को प्रणाम करता हूँ। इतना बिजी शेड्यूल के बीच में और गुजरात इलेक्शंस के बीच में हमको उत्साहित करने के लिए हमारे बीच में समय निकाल के आया। Thank you very much, sir. A great inspiration you are. I think it's a very important occasion to celebrate along with Canada India Foundation Ayurveda Day, and it's a great breakthrough, the effort which you've been putting with other agencies and other institutions in getting Ayurveda regularized in Canada. जैसे भारत के अंदर हर घर में आयुर्वेदा का जो कन बनाया, I think if we can get outside India, if we can get har shahar mein Ayurveda to start with, I think we would have done this country and this culture and this traditional practice a great service. In that, I think Canada is a great example. I think there's a lot of work which is going on. It has taken several years. I think this will become a benchmark for us to penetrate into rest of North America, and through that into greater Europe, Western Europe, and other parts. I think there is, we are in a very historic time to witness the rise of Ayurveda. I think it's a great privilege to be able to contribute it. And I see in the next 10 to 15 years, a meteoric rise for Ayurveda in collaborating with many other traditional practices in a very sustainable way to solve problems facing mankind. It's a great service. I think it's a service to humanity. And I really repledge myself to support this initiative and make this as part of a grand Vishwaguru Bharat. Thank you very much. I wish everybody participated all the very best.
Thank you, Naren ji. And now I would request, because we are celebrating this International Ayurveda Day, for a quick message from Dr. Ashok Varshney also, who has joined from Delhi. He is the National Organizing Secretary, Arogya Bharati. Ashok ji, for your quick remarks, please.
Greetings from the Arogya Bharati, all of you. Dr. Mahendra Bhai Munjapara ji, who is the Minister of States. Dr. Manoj Nesri ji, Dr. Satish Thakur ji, and others. With this deliberation, I want to focus on the Dhanvantri ji itself, because Arogya Bharati deals with the preventive aspects of the health. So that's why I will focus on Dhanvantriji's picture. If we see the picture of Dhanvantriji, which had the four hands. On one hand, it has the Amrit Kalash that represents the medicine. On the other hand, the picture has the Ayurveda literature. That means that system is very much verified and a systematic system. Fourth hand has the some greenery or leech that represents that the natural resource of the medicines of all the systems are from the either from the greenery or the animals. And at the same time, on the fourth hand, the Dhanvantriji has the Shank conch, which represents the preventive aspects of the health. If we see all these things represent the holistic approach of the health. Every time one should see the health totally. We should take health as a total concept, not a token concept. With this, we see when we consider about the theme of the Ayurveda Divas it always be such that we can approach to the common man. Last year, the theme was the Ayurveda for Poshan. That represents that every person can be healthy by that nutrition. And this time, Har Din, Har Ghar Ayurveda, that means that everywhere and every day there should be an Ayurveda. That means that every person can be deal with this Ayurveda system, and the audience can be a bridge to the society as well as the experts also. The society, Ayurveda experts must know, or the students must know, the which we are studying in Ayurveda has the practical applicability. This practical applicability, when we deals with a common man, and this common man will know that everything we are doing is represents in the Ayurvedic system also. That means the audience or the experts can be the bridge for this Dhanvantri Ayurveda Divas. So that's why we can say that we are on the bridging of the society and the experts also through this Ayurveda Divas. And one more thing I want to say, that is the operative part we can do in this Ayurveda Day, is the awareness about the health. In general, people know about the health, that means some curative aspects. But about the health, there are very few people know about the health. So I want to say that when we think about the total health, that is a major part is the awareness about the health. Arogya Bharati is doing this all over India. Secondly, the what things we have in our own, how can we use these things in our daily practice, which are useful to keep our health well. And third thing, being an Ayurveda practitioners, everything wants scientific study. That will build the confidence of the persons, not only the experts, but the society also. And fourth thing, in order to create the effectivity of this Ayurveda Divas, we have to create a very well networking by which we can develop the effectivity of this Ayurveda system. For the overseas persons, it is necessary to deal with everything scientifically, logically, and practically, which will create a confidence in the society as well as the experts also. I think this will be all for this Ayurveda Day. I must congratulate you all for the happy and healthy life. Thanks.
Thank you so very much, Ashok ji, for your very insightful remarks, and also all the efforts you've been carrying. Friends, before we march to or embark upon our next chapter, which is a kind of a session part of it, which Dr. Verma ji, Dr. Madan Thangavellu ji, Pallavi Sodhi ji, Ashlesha Rao ji, and we have two special speakers, Dr. Asavri ji and Rajiv ji, and many more speakers which have come in the past series on this very special and auspicious occasion. From the bottom of our heart, Canada India Foundation, we want to extend a sincere gratitude to them for their passion, commitment to this cause. And before I pass on the mic to Harish ji, for the further proceeding, I would like to invite Ritesh Malik, who is the national convener, to extend the vote of thanks and concluding remark for the first part of today's session. Ritesh, over to you.
Thank you, Satish ji. Namaste, everyone. I really like the thought and manifestation we all have that living Ayurveda on daily basis in every home, rather than just celebrating it on one day. But, days like today inspire us towards that thought process and get together and work together for such goals. Really thankful to all of you. On behalf of CIF, let me extend our appreciation to the organizations and people who have been with us in this journey of popularizing Ayurveda in Canada. It is a long list and also a long journey, but we are in this together. Beginning with constant encouragement and support from Prime Minister Modi himself, Honorable Minister Mahendra Manjupara Bhai ji, Vaidya Rajesh Kotocha ji, Consul General of India Purva ji, Vaidya Manoj Nesari and Dr. Tanuja Nesari ji from Ministry of Ayush, Dr. Ashok Varshne ji, Narendran ji, the whole CIF family, Dr. Paul O, Vaidya Harish Verma ji, Dr. Savri, Vaidya Ashlesha ji, Dr. Madan, Dr. Rajiv, Dr. Pallavi. This list is long and never ending. Our heartfelt appreciation to each one of you. Because of the full support of the Government of India and the sustained efforts of the Ayurveda community, this 6,000-year-old medicine system is making an impression on the international community. This is very evident from the number of research projects going on, not only within India, but collaboratively with other prestigious institutions across the world. WHO's Global Center of Excellence on Traditional Medicine coming up in Jamnagar is one of such unique initiatives where we see growing importance of Ayurveda on world stage. UHN's MOU with All India Institute of Ayurveda here in Canada is one of many MOUs signed with different countries. I was fortunate to be personally present there in both Jamnagar and Gandhinagar and see firsthand the seriousness and hard work of Government of India and interest of the world with participation from over 100 countries. The world is certainly taking notice to Ayurveda. Sooner or later, I think there will be a body of scientific work that will be hard to ignore and offer the evidence that a modern society expects from Ayurveda. And that will be a great new beginning for humanity, where we all strive for love, health, happiness, and sharing our joys. And we all know Ayurveda brings all of that. Namaste.
Thank you so very much, Ritesh, for your very inspiring remarks. And now let me invite our great champion, Dr. Harish Verma, to please carry on the next proceedings of the session. Harish ji, over to you.
Thank you, Satish. Thank you very much. And I'm grateful to all the dignitaries who participated in today's session. And good morning to all viewers from Toronto. And welcome to 14th session of virtual lecture series on pharmacological and therapeutic effects of traditional Ayurvedic medicines. And today our topic is pharmacological and therapeutic effect of Chandra Prabhavati. This is a very important formulation in Ayurveda. Friends, Chandra Prabhavati is very useful Ayurvedic preparation which is being used by Vedas for fatigue and for improving immunity in diabetic patients. Chandraprabhavati is also used as a preventive medicine for pre-diabetic patients. Those who are in the category of pre-diabetes, if they continue Chandraprabhavati, they can prevent onset of diabetes. And Chandraprabhavati is also used in female patients, particularly who are having polycystic ovarian syndrome. This is very important disease which is spreading like an epidemic in young females. And so today we will learn a lot about Chandraprabhavati from our two experts. We have Dr. Rajiv Korele from Uttaranchal. He is working as an associate professor in Ras Shastra and Bhashya Kalpana at Uttarakhand Ayurveda University. And we have with us Dr. Asavari Madvikar, who is the founder and lead faculty at Minnesota Institute of Ayurveda, Minnesota, USA. So they will enlighten us about the benefits of Chandraprabhavati, and we will learn how Chandraprabhavati is prepared and how it is used. So without wasting any time, I will invite Dr. Madan Thangaveluji for moderating the session. Over to Dr. Madan Thangaveluji. Thank you, sir.
Harishji, namaskar. Greetings from Cambridge, UK and Brussels. Thank you very much, Harishji. To set the tone for today's meeting, I will share just 4 or 5 slides very quickly without taking too much time, just to set the pace for where we are and why these initiatives that Manojji and others have been talking about. Firstly, the institute that we are connecting with is a very, very important institute in the part of the University of Toronto and the University Health Networks. And when we try and bring the two sides of this together, what we are discussing today, Har Din Har Ghar Ayurveda and Ayurveda in general with UHN and the KITE, we see a very, very impressive synergy of knowledge, innovation, talent that is everywhere, the acronym for KITE. In the context of what we are discussing today and in the context of what is speeding up this whole process, COVID-19, I shared a few images. Number one, people say, what is the benefit of Ayurveda and what is the evidence for this, that it works? Here, shown here is an image taken from a paper from researchers at the University of Perugia in Italy about the bacteria that is in our nasal tract. And the study is to do with people who have COVID and who have acute disease. So here is the Ek Rupai Ayurveda phenomena. India has been recommending Nasya as a very important part of this recommendation as COVID prevention. And we see how it might be working and the complexity at play in the nasal epithelium. So there is bacteria involved in inflammatory process, and maybe a very simple intervention like Nasya can actually bring back balance in this part of the anatomy. I point towards interest in Canada in terms of neurodegenerative diseases, which is a big problem in the world. It seems like something similar is also at play in neurodegenerative disease. Again, Nasya, a simple intervention, literally a 1 rupee intervention, might hold the answer to these things. Now, finally, I take you into the confusing area of inflammation, the mother of all disease, shown here, work from Mohan Raizada at the University of Florida, asking very simple questions about the role of inflammation, whether inflammation comes first in hypertension or hypertension leads to inflammation. Now, the major problem. And finally, in the area where the minister is deeply involved in terms of heart diseases and hypertension, this is one area where we start to see the fine biology. Hopefully, discussions like what we are having today will interest the researchers at UHN to ask a few more questions about how the Ayurvedic systems work and how they might be used as very simple interventions for preventing disease, promoting health. And we look forward to learning from our two speakers. We're very fortunate to have Rajivji, joining us from Dev Bhumi, Uttarakhand. Rajiv ji, namaskar.
Pranam, sir. Pranam.
Pranam. Thank you. We look forward to learning from yourself. And we also look forward to Aswari ji. Namaskar ji. Thank you for being with us here today. We look forward to learning from both of you. We start with Rajiv ji. Rajiv ji, pranam. The floor is yours.
जी प्रणाम सर. सर सभी विद्वजन वरिष्ठ जनों को मेरा हृदय से सादर नमन. देवभूमि उत्तराखंड और उत्तराखंड आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालय की तरफ से मैं आप सभी का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि एक इतने बड़े इंटरनेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म में मुझे अपनी बात शेयर करने का आपने मौका दिया. इट्स वेरी प्राउड मोमेंट फॉर अस. Sir, can I share a screen, sir?
Hanji, please. Rajiv ji, it is also our intention कि उत्तराखंड वालों के साथ एक joint program बनाएं जी, Canada और उत्तराखंड की तरफ. While you are loading up your screen, तो उस तरफ भी थोड़ा सोच लगाइए जी कि कैसे ले आए आप लोगों से और कनाडा वालों के साथ कैसे बनाए एक रिसर्च प्रपोजल.
जी सर. सर स्क्रीन शेयर हो रही है?
आ गया जी, आ गया. बहुत शार्प. थैंक यू जी.
सर आज हम बात करने वाले हैं चंद प्रभा भट्टी के ऊपर. चंद प्रभा भट्टी जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, अगर दुनिया में कहें कि आयुर्वेद में सबसे ज्यादा अगर क्या अब ले में बिकता है तो एक च्यवनप्राश, जिसको वाइडली सबसे ज्यादा यूज किया जा रहा है. और अगर बटी में बात करें तो चंद प्रभा बटी, जो कि वाइडली यूज किया जाता है. हेलो,
If your audience is English.
Okay, okay. So चंद प्रभा बटी now very miraculous, very wonderful Indian classical drugs. It is multi-ingredient polyherbal compound. It have very fantastic result for Ayurvedic rasayan property, anti-diabetic property. It's useful in prevention so many disorder. Today I will bring all about the Chanpravati, how it manufacturing, how it works. So now comes on the reference. It's defined in the Sarandar Sangha, that is the Middle Age classical text. It is widely acceptable text by Ayurvedic. It is comes under the Schedule First of the Drug and Cosmetic Act, and now it approved and validated by Ayurvedic Formulary of India. It's publication of Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, under the Pharmacopoeia Commission and Indian System of Medicine and Homeopathy by Ghaziabad. So Ayurvedic Formulary of India also comes under the Schedule First book, which is the reference for drug for all over the world and India also. So in Formulary of India, it's come under the Sarandar Sangha Madhyam Khand, volume 1st and page number 185. Now this is the reference given by the Sarandar Sangha. लिखा है चंद प्रवाह बचा मुस्तम भू दारुकम हरिद्रा अतिविषा द्रावी पिपली मूल चित्र को धान्य त्रिपला चव्यम विडग्यम गज पिपली व्योषम माक्षिक धातु दो छारो लाड़तर्वम एतानी षड मात्राणी प्रत्येक कार्येत बुधा. These are the reference given by the Sarandar Sangha, and this is the formulation. Chandravarti have 37 ingredient, which is widely herbal also, mineral also, some binder also. So I will come on the formulation part. So now we can summarize Chandravarti 8 single drug here. One is Karpur. Karpur synonym with Chandraprabha. Moon grace, moon luster is Chandraprabha. Vacha Ecorus calamus, its rhizome use. Karpur camphor is a very good drug for urinary system. It is very good antimicrobial activities. It is required for cleaning and शोधन पर्पज. सो आप देखते हैं जितना भी प्रमेय है, जितना भी मूत्राघात है, जितना भी धातु क्षय है, कहीं ना कहीं ब्लॉकेज से होता है. आयुर्वेदिक जब संप्राप्ति की बात हम करते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारा खाव्य गुण जो स्रोतों में अवरोध होता है क्लींजिंग के लिए, तो सारे के सारे जो द्रव इसमें कंपोज करे गए हैं, जो डिजाइन करे गए हैं फॉर्मुलेशन के, वो बहुत ही जस्टिफाइड है. अभी उसको हम बाद में आपको डिटेल में बताएंगे. तो इसी इसके जो इंग्रेडिएंट है, कर्पूर, बचा, बचा ऑल्सो क्लेदक छेदक प्रॉपर्टी, वंशलोचन, धान्य, धान्यक, धान्यक इज वेरी गुड दाह सामक, जो हॉट फीलिंग आती है, गर्मी रहती है, पित्त बढ़ता है, इस सब के समन के लिए आता है. तो कहीं ना कहीं जितने भी जो एसोसिएटेड सिम्टम है यूरिनरी डिसऑर्डर के, प्रमेय डिसऑर्डर के, मूत्राघात, वट एवर सिम्टम्स अराइज फ्रॉम दी यूरिनरी सिस्टम, रीनल सिस्टम, तो सभी को कवर करने के लिए जो भी ड्रग दिए गए हैं वो सब इसमें इंक्लूड है. कर्पूर, बचा, वंशलोचन, धान्यक, गज पिपली, कालमेघ. Kalmec is wonderful anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antipyretic drug. It is widely validated by various scientific community globally. And Gudici, it is miraculous immunomodulator drug, Tenospora cordifolia. In COVID period, we all seen the effect of the Tenospora cordifolia. So these are the formulation. So we can summarize all 37 ingredients in Chandpravati. Other some major ingredient are Sad Usha. Sad Usha, salt, marich, pipli, pipli mool, chitrak mool, and chab. These are the Sad Usha. Usha drav is required for chedan and sodhan purpose. So anywhere where is a obstruction, where is a मेदो वृद्धि, where is a कफ वृद्धि, सबके हमें संप्राप्ति विघटन के लिए हमें उष्ण द्रव की जरूरत है. तो इसके लिए षड उष्ण का प्रयोग किया गया. आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशन मोर और लेस आर बैलेंस फॉर्मुलेशन. सो अनदर 5 important ingredient also incorporated in this formulation. One is Triphala. Triphala is stomach friendly, digestion friendly, and Trimad is a very important drug for metabolic property, metabolic precursor, metabolic controller also. Trijat is dalchini, ilaichi, tejpat. That is Sugandhi also. That is very good cardiotonic also. That is also required for bath, anloman and other thing. इसी तरह दारुत्रय, हल्दी, करकुमा, लौंगा, बरबरेस अरिष्टा, दारू हल्दी, and देवदारू. So these all are the very good immunomodulator drug that is required for immunity purpose. So that के Chandravati have a very wide spectrum action in various element. And third is Lavantraya. Lavantraya is a very good Rochan property. It is Ruchikarak and Agni Dipan property. So salt is very also important. Chandravati have Sandhav Lavan, rock salt, Savarchal Lavan, and Vid Lavan. And another is 2 group, two Niryas, one is Guglu and another is Shilajit. 2 Chara, Sajji Chara and F Chara, and Rechandrab, Danti Mool and Nishod. So that Chandravati is very good effect on constipation. हम सभी जानते हैं कहीं ना कहीं विबंध से ही अर्श भगंदर से लेके सारी व्याधियां, पेट की व्याधियां होती हैं, और पेट की व्याधियों से ही शरीर में, काय में बहुत सारी व्याधियां हो जाती हैं जिनकी परिणति प्रमेय के रूप में होती है. तो इन सभी के लिए जो इनिशियल लेवल पर जो वर्क करती है चंद्रावटी, बहुत अच्छा वर्क करती है. इसी तरह भस्म द्वय में स्वर्ण माक्षिक और लौह भस्म. तो अभी मैं इसके मैन्युफैक्चरिंग पे आऊंगा कि इसमें क्या सावधानी रखनी चाहिए, कितने तरीके से बनाया जाता है। लेकिन इसके मैं फॉर्मुलेशन और कंपोजिशन पे अगर सर हरीश सर अगर थोड़ा समय हो तो मैं आपको डिटेल में बताना चाहता हूँ कि बहुत ही आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशन की ब्यूटी ये है कि इसमें बाइंडर लिए तो बाइंडर में इन्होंने 2 निर्यास लिए हैं, दैट इज गुगलू एंड अनदर इज चिल्लाजी। बोथ आर द वेरी वेरी वंडरफुल मेरेकुलस ड्रग in my sense, because कहीं भी खा वैगुण होता है तो these are the vehicle for making bioavailability for any drug. So these all another benefit of these areas is also useful in binding purpose. So it is also act as a active excipient. So but beauty of Ayurvedic formulation is manufacturing. Manufacturing, as we know, 2 type of manufacturing method. One is Mardan method, another is Kuttan विधि। एंड जो मॉडर्न में हम लोग प्रयोग कर रहे हैं लेटेस्ट फार्मास्यूटिकल्स कंपनी, उनका एक ड्राई ग्रेनुलेशन, वेट ग्रेनुलेशन, लुब्रिकेशन, बाइंडिंग, ये। तो आयुर्वेदिक जो मेथड है वो हमारे क्लासिकल मेथड रहे हैं, एक मर्दन एक कुट्टन। और मर्दन विधि के लिए हमारे पास 2 तरीके होते हैं, अग्नि विधि, निराग्नि विधि। अग्नि विधि के अंदर हम उसको पाक करते हैं, उसमें बाइंडिंग के लिए शर्करा, गुड़ या गुगलू को हम पहले उसको डिजोल्व करते हैं वाटर में। वाटर में डिजोल्व करने के बाद जो हर इंग्रेडिएंट है उनको सेपरेटली उनको आइडेंटिफाई करके, क्लीन करके, सॉर्टिंग ग्रेडिंग करके, उनको फाइन ट्यून करके, उनको हम एज ए पाउडर में यूज करके उनमें इनकॉर्पोरेट करते हैं। देयर आफ्टर मेटालिक प्रिपरेशन को डालते हैं। देयर आफ्टर एनी कोई वोलेटाइल कंटेंट वाले द्रव है जैसे कि त्रिजात है, जैसे कि कपूर है, इन सब चीजों को डाल के इनको फिर हमारे पास 2 तरीके होते हैं, तो मर्दन करना, मर्दन इज ट्राइट्रिशन। इन आयुर्वेदा फार्मास्यूटिक्स से मर्दनम गुणवर्धनम, इट क्रिएट द हायर डोजेज फॉर्म। जैसे जैसे हमारा ड्रग साइज मर्दन की तरफ बढ़ता जाता है वैसे वैसे ड्रग के मॉलिक्यूल फाइनर होते जाते हैं। नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी इसी भस्म में हमें देखने को मिलती है। तो मर्दन के द्वारा हमारे गुणों में वृद्धि होती है। और आयुर्वेद की 2 ही ब्यूटी हैं, अगर आप ब्रॉड में समझना चाहें कि आयुर्वेद की दवाई कैसे अच्छा काम करती है, एक शोधन, प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑफ द ड्रग एंड प्रोसेस ऑफ द आयुर्वेदा। तो इन बटी कल्पना वी ऑल अवेयर why bati required. Bati is required because of it is required for removing the bad quality of drug, like unpleasant taste, like unpleasant smells, odors. तो इनको अलग करने के लिए बटी के द्वारा ये दुर्गुण दूर हो जाता है। इसी तरह टू मेकिंग द यूनिफॉर्मिटी डोज, एक निश्चित डोज में देने के लिए आपको मेजरमेंट का कोई नहीं इशू है, सीधा सीधा उसको गोली को 2 गोली सुबह शाम, 2 गोली ट्वाइस अ डे या थ्राइस अ डे। तो इसलिए बटी को बनाते हैं। इसी तरह बटी को हम इसलिए बनाते हैं कि इसमें रस गुण वीर विपाक इंटेक्ट रहे, इसकी स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ जाए। हम जानते हैं कि कोई भी पंचकषाय कल्पना सद्रा इसका यूज के लिए होती है। इसके बाद जब हम इसके व्युत्पन्न कल्पनाएं बनाते हैं तो उनकी एक सेल्फ लाइफ होती है, जैसे कि चूर्ण कल्पना है, इसकी सेल्फ लाइफ हमारी 2 महीने होती है। आजकल अगर हम अच्छे फार्मास्यूटिक्स के एनवायरनमेंट में उसको पैक करते हैं तो 2 साल तक हो सकती है प्रिजर्वेटिव के साथ। बट और इसकी स्टेबिलिटी को कैसे बढ़ाया जाए, कैसे पब्लिक एट लार्ज में इसको ज्यादा देर तक इसके वीर को इंटेक्ट रखा जाए, इसके लिए बटी कल्पना की आवश्यकता होती है। बटी कल्पना से हमारा डोजेज फॉर्म इजी होता है, रेगुलेट होता है, कंट्रोल होता है, स्टेबल होता है, और इससे हमारी टैबलेट स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ती है। तो ये मेजर कारण है कि हमने टैबलेट को क्यों प्रेफर करना चाहिए।
Dr. Rajiv ji, you are saying there are 2 methods. One is traditional Ayurvedic method, another is a modern method. What is the difference?
Yes.
What is the difference?
Sir, actually in traditional Ayurvedic method there is a bhavna. भावना मीन्स संभाग भावना। पहले तो अभी मैं शोधन पे आना चाहता हूँ। इन ट्रेडिशनल मेथड देयर इज अ शोधन प्रोसेस, लाइक गुगलू इज वेरी गुड बात शामक द्रव, एंटी इंफ्लेमेटरी, एंटी कोलेस्ट्रॉल ड्रग, क्लींजिंग के लिए, और जितने भी एंटी माइक्रोबियल प्रॉपर्टी सभी हैं। लेकिन जब तक शोधन नहीं होगा और गुगलू स्टैंडर्डाइज नहीं होगा, तब तक हमें रिजल्ट नहीं मिलेंगे जो कि डिजायर्ड है, जो कि रिक्वायर्ड है। उसके लिए गुगलू स्टीरॉन, इसका जो है अल्कोहल सॉल्युबल एक्सट्रैक्टिव वैल्यू मोर देन 50 रहनी चाहिए। ऐसे ही उसका वाटर सॉल्युबल एक्सट्रैक्टिव वैल्यू मोर देन 50 रहनी चाहिए गुगलू स्टीरॉन। और इसके टीएलसी, एचपीटीएलसी के जो मार्कर हैं, जो फिंगरप्रिंट्स हैं, जो इनके एक्टिव्स हैं, वो इंटेक्ट होने चाहिए। उसको हम जो है त्रिफला में शोधन करते हैं, और स्पेशल मेथड में हम गिलोय में शोधन करते हैं। और अगर गुगलू को अगर लॉन्ग टर्म में यूज करना है, तो उसमें जो इसका क्लेदक जो शोषण करने वाला गुण है, उसको हटाने के लिए मिल्क में हमने शोधन करना चाहिए। इसी तरह शिलाजीत, शिलाजीत अगर अच्छा शिलाजीत है तो हम नेपाल, पाकिस्तान और कजाकिस्तान इत्यादि जगह से मिलता है, तो उसके शोधन के उसमें हमने ध्यान ये रखना है कि बेंजोपायरिन और फुल्विक एसिड स्टैंडर्डाइज शिलाजीत लेना चाहिए हमने। और स्टैंडर्डाइज शिलाजीत को शोधन करने की हमारी दो विधियां होती है, सूर्यतापी विधि और अग्नितापी विधि। और गौमूत्र से भी शोधन करते हैं हम, गौमूत्र गंधी शिलाजीत। तो इसमें जो
Rajiv ji, my question is very simple, because the students here in West, they want to understand what is the difference between traditional Ayurvedic method of manufacturing of tablet and the modern method of manufacturing of tablet. What is the difference?
सर मैं यही बताना चाहता हूँ, जो
few
शोधन और मारण के जो
That is-
प्रोसेस हैं,
No, that
वो मॉडर्न में नहीं होते।
Shodhan and Maran
क्यों नहीं
are-
होते हैं?
Shodhan and Maran are required in both. That is the ingredient. But what is the difference between process?
Yes. Process in Ayurvedic traditional process, there is a Kuttan Vidhi in ponding in any mechanical method or manually, and Agni Tap Vidhi and titration by end runner, edge runner, or anything, any machines. In modern, there is a procedure of mixing.
Okay.
कोई भी फॉर्मुलेशन बनाने के लिए मॉडल में एक तरीका होता है मिक्सिंग एंड ग्रेनुलेशन, लुब्रिकेशन। तो आयुर्वेद और इसमें सिर्फ टाइट्रेशन का अंतर होता है। जो मॉडर्न प्रोसेस है, अगर आप डिफरेंस देखना चाहें, कि हमारे यहाँ कोई डीटी एजेंट को यूज नहीं करते हैं, हमारे यहाँ कोई लुब्रिकेंट को यूज नहीं करते हैं, हमारे यहाँ कोई भी एडिटिव को यूज नहीं करते हैं। अपने यहाँ अगर बाइंडिंग के लिए डालना है तो वी आर यूजिंग द नेचुरल कंटेंट लाइक गुगलू, शिलाजीत एंड एनीथिंग सीता for binding, if required, using the gum acacia. In modern, there is a PVK 30, PVK 90, and there is a gum acacia, gelatin, and starch, maize starch. So many binder there, so many filler there. So in Ayurvedic process, there is a more quantity available for active ingredient. And second is the temperature. In Ayurveda traditional method, there is a Kuttan method, there is a no use of Agni. In modern process, there is a use of temperature. Temperature use, it may be through the electric trade drive, it may be used through the FBD, FPP, fluid bed processor. So in latest technique, in FBD, there is a control temperature, but in a electric trade drive, no control temperature. तो जितना भी टेम्परेचर कंट्रोल नहीं होता, थर्मो लाइबल सब्सटेंस में बी डिस्ट्रॉय इन गुगलू इन so many
I have a question. In tablet manufacturing, disintegration time is very important.
Yes.
DT. And how you measure, how you control disintegration time in Ayurvedic manufacturing of tablets? This is very important, because the DT, because the DT is taken, this disintegration time is taken very seriously in allopathic side. If there is if that DT is not according to the regulatory process, then it's an offense in allopathy.
So, but in Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia,
in Ayurveda, do you consider the dispersible time or the disintegration time of the tablet?
Sir, in Ayurveda, dispersion dissolution is not required. In Ayurveda, a quality control, DT time required. DT time is uncoated tablet is 30 minutes and coated tablet is 45 minutes in Ayurvedic system. So in Ayurveda, we have very good solution for this problem. We have internal lubrication. It is come through the arand oil, ghee. Once we have cotton with the ghee and arand oil, that is हमारे प्रोफेसर मदन सर का काफी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है arand oil के ऊपर. In these are the very miraculous ingredient and additive also. तो इनको जब हम यूज करते हैं तो डीटी का प्रॉब्लम हो ही नहीं सकता सर. अगर आप अच्छे से कुट्टन करेंगे, गुगलू के लिए लिखा गया है कि 1 लाख कुट्टन होना चाहिए. 1 लाख कुट्टन. और जैसे हमारी राजस्थान की परंपरा में हम चंद्रावटी में कलमी सोडा डालते हैं जब एल्कलिनिटी और अगर हमारे बर्निंग मिक्सचुरेशन ज्यादा है तो हम कलमी सोडा को भी कुछ परंपरागत परंपराओं को भी यूज करा गया. तो जो हमारे ट्रेडिशनल तरीके हैं इनके द्वारा डीटी का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता अगर हम कुट्टन और मर्दन को अगर प्रॉपर करेंगे सर.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And we have to go now to the next speaker. Over to Dr. Madan ji.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. Very, very grateful. You have given us some very special details that are extremely important for people who ask about standardization, quality standards, etc. Sorry to. हाँ जी,
सर चंद्रावती में एक और खास बात बताने वाला था मैं कि इसमें 2 भस्मों का हम प्रयोग करते हैं. वन इज लौह भस्म, अनदर इज स्वर्ण मार्चिक भस्म. और दोनों ही भस्मों की बड़ी एक स्पेशल बात है कि शीत वीर की हमारे पास लिमिटेड भस्म है. तो उसमें एक लौह भस्म और एक ये स्वर्ण मार्चिक भस्म, और दोनों की विशेषता ये है कि प्रमेह में काम करती है. इसीलिए चंद्रावटी को एंटी डायबिटिक बनाने में बहुत ज्यादा रोल है इनका, और वात पित्त का शमन करती हैं ये, और वीर में मधुर होती हैं, तो इसलिए ब्रंगण भी करती हैं, तो स्क्रैपिंग नहीं करती हैं, कर्षण नहीं करती हैं. तो इन्हीं सब विशेषताओं के कारण चंद्रावटी को दुनिया में विशिष्ट बना दिया. ये मेरा एक सबमिशन था सर. थैंक यू फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग मी योर वैल्यूएबल टाइम. थैंक यू.
हाँ जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. The whole idea of our sessions here, these short sessions, is a taster to get people to understand how rich, how deep our formulations are. In the listing indications offered by Rajiv ji, you can see the incredible number of conditions which can be managed using this formulation. And many Vaidyas highlight this as one of their favorite formulations. And we will come back to this. There is enough here for many days of discussions, but let us swiftly move on to our next speaker. Namaskar ji, Aswari ji, thank you for joining us from Minnesota. Please, in 1 minute, if you can just tell how you came to be in Minnesota, our audience would like to know, and briefly about yourself too, how you came into Ayurveda. These are things that our young listeners want to know. Thank you for being with us today, ji. Namaskar.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Harish ji, Madan ji, Satish ji, Ashlesha ji, for this wonderful virtual series. And I would definitely like to thank you for promoting Ayush Ministry to promoting Ayurveda overseas. So regarding my story, actually, it is all about how I was brought up. So I saw my mom making whole food. So basically cooking every day from scratch. And also my dad doing yoga, meditation, pranayam every day. So that is how I was brought up. And I was really intrigued with Ayurveda and yoga and all natural modalities. We had a big backyard with a lot of herbs and things, which we always used to use in day-to-day life. That was, my main intention. I wanted to not just use, but wanted to learn about the scientific basis of Ayurveda. That's how I got into Ayurvedic medicine back in India. And I came to United States almost 20 years ago. It was for my husband's work. And when I came here, I noticed that Ayurveda, people are not even able to pronounce the word, which was quite challenging initially. But now I definitely see there is huge promotion going on, and there is a lot of awareness that is building related to Ayurveda. And I see definitely, all of these organizations working hand in hand to do this promotion, awareness building is really helpful.
We look forward to learning from you, Ji. Now, the floor is yours. Looking forward to learning a little more about this wonderful formulation. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me share the screen. And I'm delighted to speak about this wonderful formulation and its therapeutic aspect on the day of Dhanvantari or Ayurveda Day. So happy Ayurveda Day, everybody. So this is a very famous, very popular classical formulation. And if you look at the word Chandra Prabha, Chandra means moon and Prabha means glow. The meaning of glow, actually, when we look at the glow or the skin, it is not only the external appearance. It's really about the rasadhatu. So if you start getting deeper into Ayurvedic concepts, this wonderful formulation really helps to go through all different dhatus or tissues and nourishing them. As well as the glow is also dependent on the Agni, so digestive fire and the metabolic aspect, the transformative aspect in our body. So Chandra Prabha really works wonderfully to increase not just the main Agni, that is Chathar Agni, but also the Dhatu Agni. So the tissue metabolism, helping to increase that, and that's how this Chandra Prabhavati really works on the root cause of many, many different diseases or many different health issues. If you look at this formulation, there are actually different pathas. It's called as references, classical references. And it is always important to look at any herbal formulation, find out about the Roga Adhikar or disease management, or which disease this formulation is mainly used into. So there are a lot of references, as I said, like from Sharangdar Samhita, there is one in Vaishya Ratnavali, Ayurveda Sar Sangrah. Out of all of these, mainly the Sharangdar Samhita or the Vaishya Ratnavali, are used. And the disease management, or if you look at the Rog Adhikar, it is related to the Prameha. So it is mainly used in Prameha. Prameha means Prakarshana Mehatiti Prameha. That means when there is a frequency of micturition and when there is abundant micturition. So mostly the problems which are related to more urination. And the urine is formed due to the kleda, according to Ayurvedic concept. So basically, kleda is the like liquid part, or that is the waste product. So basically, there is more waste product created than actual tissue formation. That is what we see in many metabolic disorders. And one of those is definitely diabetes. So if we loosely translate Prameha, we can translate it with diabetes. And that's how this formulation is really useful, mainly in diabetes. And if you look at this formulation, there are so many different ingredients into it. There are 37 different ingredients. Gugulu and Shilajitu, these two are the main ingredients. Besides that, you will find it's a great, collaboration, or it's a great classical formulation where you will find there are so many different herbs which are used as ingredients. So some of these herbs are really lovely to increase metabolism, to increase the Dhatu Agni. Some of these herbs are really good to do the pachan or digestion of the ama or the toxins from the body. If you look at Loha Bhasma and Suvarnamakshik Bhasma, or these are the nanoparticles which are very good to give nourishment to the tissues, and also Vata. There are some of these like Trivrut and Dantimul. These are really good for cleansing aspect. So that's how this is a formulation that can be used in many, many different health issues because of the way how this formulation is created. So if we focus on the main contents, there is Gugul and there is Shilajit. So Gugul is really good for having its penetrating effect, and it is very good as anti-inflammatory, laxative, astringent, antiseptic, all of these biomedical actions. It definitely helps to reduce Vata, it increases Agni, and primarily it is used in obesity, diabetes, various skin problems and inflammation. So if we look at Gugulu, it is mainly used in many different metabolic disorders. And Shilajitu is also hot and pungent, and it is anti-inflammatory. It is aphrodisiac from Ayurvedic standpoint. It is really wonderful. Yogavahi means it works as a catalyst. It also brings up other herbs and their effects. It pronounces those things. Same thing with Gugulu, and it is very rejuvenating. So if you overall look at this entire formulation, I would say this is Balya Shamak. So basically this gives more strength. It is strengthening to the tissues, and it works at the root root of many health problems. So if we look at overall formulation, which dhatus it works on or which tissues it works on almost all the tissues of the body. So there are 7 tissues. It works from Rasa to Shukra, almost all the tissues. Mainly, it works on Rasa, Mausa, Meda, Shukra, and Artha. So basically, if you see the problem in Prameha or diabetes, the Rasa Dhatu, Mausa Dhatu, Meda Dhatu, as well as the fluid content, or if you look at Vasa and liquid content, that is vitiated, that is out of balance. So that's how it works directly to break the samprapti, or directly to get rid of the pathogenesis that happens as at the root of it. It also works on many different health issues which are related to the reproductive tissue in male as well as the female system. It works on different upadhatus. So basically it works on the skin, it works on the menstrual fluid. And whenever there are any issues related to the menstruation, female menstruation problems, or amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, or PCOS, PCOD, this is really a wonderful formulation that can be used. It works on urine and sweat. So whenever there are issues with urine formation, this is used. It works on the Agni and Dhatu Agni, which is related to the GI tract, or it is related to the healthy gut microbiome. So basically, which is the main cause of many, many problems. And that's how this is, one formulation that works on many different diseases. If you look at its classical textbook, what it says Sarva Roga Pranashini. So basically it works on all the diseases, and it helps to get rid of those. It works on Kleda and Ama, so getting rid of the toxins, digesting, toxins in the body, as well as like water waste product which are created in the body. So reducing everything that is waste product and making sure that you are having good quality tissue, creating good quality tissue. That is what this herbal formulation does. It works on different pathways. So basically there are 3 pathways in the body where there are all the diseases are located, and it works on all 3. It works on various channels of the body. Mainly it works on all the problems which are related to the fluid circulation or water related problem, channel. It works on the channel of the urine, channel of the fat, channel of the male as well as the female reproductive system. If you look at how these channels get vitiated, there are 4 different ways how they can get vitiated. So it works as a Ati Pravritti, Sangha, and Sira Granthi. So basically any problem that is due to the excessive discharge or excessive urination, if there is any obstruction due to the obesity in the body, if there is any cyst formation or any tumor formation, we can use this herbal formulation because there is Gugulu as well as there is Shilajitu into it, which have also scraping effect. So they scrape down the excessive fat from the body, and they make sure that they are giving more nutrition to the rest of the tissues. It works on various organs. Mainly it works on the kidneys, bladder, and ureter. Basti, if you look at 3 main or major marma points or the vital points, it mainly works on the Basti. Overall, if you see its effect, it is pacifying, it is nourishing, and it is also rejuvenating to the tissues. That is what all we actually need when we try to look at the diabetes, because most of the times the person start depleting and the person start losing all the energy because the rest of the tissues are not getting nourishment as they should. So primarily this is used in chronic metabolic diseases such as diabetes mellitus, urinary calculi, PCOS, premature ejaculation, or other reproductive problems. Now, how to take this formulation? I will just go quickly through this. So basically we can take 250 500 mg 2 to 3 times a day. We can take it with warm water or with CCFT. Typically, before lunch and dinner is the best time to take it because that's the area we are targeting towards. It is important not to eat something that is fermented food or some foods which can increase pitta or heat in the body. And if you look at the side effects, there are no side effects shown. I mean, in my practice, I have been practicing more than 20 years, and I have used this very, very widely in many clients with diabetes as well as with PCOS, people who are trying to lose weight, for many different health issues. And I haven't seen any side effects. And there is also another really wonderful research they have done on this. So I will just go quickly through this. If you look at the classical textbook and how this preparation is used or where it is used, there are actually 31 conditions which have been listed in classical. It works on 20 type of 20 different type of prameha or like urinary conditions, wherever there is any urine is completely stopped, or if there is burning micturition, or if there is any kidney stones. So it works into that, as well as it works on the GI tract related problems. If there is any constipation or anaho, or if there is a bloating sensation, it works into that. It works in back pain, as well as it works in some pranavasrutas or respiratory problems as well. It works on the skin diseases as well as liver issues. It also is used in some dental issues and many other problems too. Namaste, Pallavi ji.
Dr. Asavari, there's a quick question. I have read that it should be given early morning, the dose of Chandraprabhavati Anushan, like in the morning.
Yeah, so basically it can be taken in the early morning. Like the whole idea is to not eat any food before you take it, because we are targeting the lower part of the body.
Okay.
When we give this preparation. Because if you look at the basti or kidney related problems, everything is located in the lower part of the body.
Lower, the pelvis.
That's correct, yeah. And the urine is also formed in the lower part of the body, in the pakvasha and those organs. So
I think in the context, Pallaviji, in the context of modern biology, we might have to put this in the language of chronobiology. And I think Ayurveda already specifies that as to when different doshas are at their most active. So I think somewhere there is this wonderful language. Your question is very, very important. And I think providing that other perspective, the biological clocks and how they are. Perhaps Ashlesha ji might want to join in a little bit. Ashlesha ji. So before I put the microphone to Ashlesha ji, Aswari ji, the idea of these sessions are, number one, to sensitize people about the strengths available in our traditional classical Ayurvedic formulations. And that has been shown here and has been shown in the 13 earlier sessions. And today we've touched on an extremely important one, the side effects, the lack of side effects that you mentioned. These are all the points that we want to. And then when we go into the fine details, like what Pallaviji just asked, when do you administer these things? And then those Aushadhi Seva Kala, the time of administration, is a very important thing that is so unique and so well appreciated in Ayurveda. And modern medicine, perhaps is starting to learn a little bit about this. Ashlesha ji,
Yes.
Floor is yours. Namaskar ji. You can see the network that's forming here, Midwest, Minnesota, and India, Canada. This is wonderful. Please.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Madan. And Asavari ji, wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. And Dr. Rajiv ji, you also did a magnificent job. Wonderful going to the whole details. I have one quick question, if everybody allows me to ask here. I know time is running out. So first question goes to Rajiv ji. Dr. Rajiv, you mentioned that there are two methods, and Dr. Harish ji already asked you. My only simple question is, how do you differentiate that this is prepared through the modern method and this is prepared through the traditional Ayurvedic method? Are there any such things available for that?
Actually, ma'am, we can assess and validate all these results through the clinically, but in technically there is no difference, because मर्दनम गुण वर्धनम एक आमले को हमने सिंपल लिया या भावना डाली, HPTLC से थोड़ा हम
Yeah, so that's my point. If we are giving the bhavana, bhavana means trituration. For our audience, I'm just explaining this. So you have to take the material and add the liquid part of it and then give on triturating till it completely gets absorbed in it. And that is what is called as a bhavana. So that will at least show in HPTLC, isn't it? So are there methods established? That's my only point. If not, that is fine. We have to work on that then.
Ma'am, this is the potential opportunity to all of us scientific community to validate all these miraculous procedure through the scientific system, so we can analyze and ensure which method is good or not good for us.
No, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for telling this. This this is an opportunity to take for the new researcher, and we will definitely put that in. Thank you so much. My other question.
There are several questions that have come up in our chat box. I won't go into any of them. I've just replied saying this is the time available, 90 minutes is too little, but the questions, they're pertinent. We have all the questions. We will come back to them. I quickly want to thank both our speakers today. Rajiv ji, bahut bahut dhanyawad. Or Asabari ji, thank you so much for sharing insights today. These are only tasters. They are meant to be extended. You will need many hours and many days to completely cover each of these formulations and when they are used, how they are used, the specifics. We will come back to this at some point when we have a little more time. But with those words, I draw this event. Thank both the speakers and leave it to Pallavi ji to draw this event to a close. Pallavi ji, dhanyawad. Thank you, ji. Please unmute.
Today, I would especially like to not thank everybody, but all the stalwarts and dignitaries who have joined today. I appreciate and give them a big applause for understanding the importance of discussing these matters today. And it's a real privilege on behalf of International Ayurvedic League. I thank everybody. And Dr. Mahendra Munjpara, it's been a great privilege you being here, and you are well accustomed with both the pathies. I would just like to give you a quick statement that when we say har din har roz Ayurved, जब ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठते हैं, when we get up early morning, and how our endorphins are so active, then that is how we can correlate Ayurveda and modern medicine, how these things can be carried hand in hand together and how it can benefit mankind. So Dr. Mahendra Munjpara, thank you very much for your valuable support and your time. Madam Apurva Srivastav ji, today after many days she made presence, and it was really very enlightening to listen to her comments too. Dr. Manoj Nesri ji, today it was really good to see you after I met you in 2009. Thank you very much, and especially for your health card edition on Prakriti, the body constitution of a person. Excellent comments and inputs you have shared with us. Thank you so much for your time. Shri Narendra ji, you have mentioned that we are making history, and that's very, very true. I hope this vision of Dr. Harish ji is taken forward and documented, what we are discussing today. Dr. Ashok Varshne ji, again, I'm so thankful that you discussed about Lord Dhanvantari. Pranam to Lord Dhanvantari and blessings. We seek blessings from Lord Dhanvantari. Mr. Ritesh Malik, thank you so much for your presence and expressing your thanks on behalf of Canada India Foundation. Dr. Madan Tangavalu, thank you so much for your moderation, and the slides you've shown were amazing about Anutil, and you won't believe that's what I have been preaching my patients every night. Just sniff a little bit of oil, nasya karo morning, evening to avoid COVID complications. So thank you very much. And our expert speakers today, Dr. Rajiv Kurle and Dr. Asavari Manikaran, very simple and excellent presentations. Thank you so much for your time. Canada India Foundation, Consulate General of India in Toronto, Canada, CAPA, Canadian College of Ayurveda and Yoga. Thank you very much for all our collaborators, European Ayurveda Association, Association Ayurveda Academy, American Association of Ayurvedic Professional, and Dr. Ashlesha ji, Ayurveda Union of Midwest. Thank you very much for making this program so very important. Tathastu, Pravasi Television, Y Media, and last but not the least, our viewers who is spending their time with us and taking this beautiful knowledge and formulations at home and understanding it so well. And with this, I would like to just make an announcement. Next, we are meeting on 13th of November, and next week, next time it's going to be a little different. It's on Mahanarayan Tel, the champion tel. It is oil base. So let's look forward, and looking forward to meeting you all. Thank you all very much. Pranam, namaste.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thanks to all the attendees who've been
Thank
here
you,
with
all
us.
stalwarts. We are highly privileged and really appreciate your presence.